Hello, hello. Justin. Mike Tubbs. Yeah. Hey, Bushy's here. Yeah, we got some freezing rain. I'll wait a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, I put on that because it's easy for me to link to that Instagram channel or Instagram. It's easier for me to tap into that Instagram for a little bit of music, and then I'll put a credit in the comment section later. Hey, Jesse's here, Bushy's here, Ed's here. What's up? Happy President's Day. Woohoo. What was that alien noise? I don't know. Name that tune. Yeah, no, that on that channel, I don't know, what's it called, that channel on Instagram? He just wings it. Just plays whatever. They're little short videos. Matt Bradford Music on Instagram. One of my favorite Instagram people. Yeah, so I'm going to ask questions during this live stream, and you're going to ask questions as well, I hope. I'm looking for some stuff. I've got some friends that asked me about this a while ago. Might as well ask it now. If anyone knows where to pick up stone from Mexico, do you have a contact in Mexico that can ship stone into Texas? I'd like to know. So would some of my buddies down in Texas. There's apparently, as much obsidian as you want down in Mexico. We got other stuff. Yeah, I know that. There's plenty of that here, though. I don't need any of that. Let's see. I have a friend who visits Jordan, the country of Jordan in the Middle East. If anyone knows any nappers out in Jordan, I'd like to know. You can email me. I know right now it's not a really good time, but not a time to go visit, but for future. And anyone that knows rock sources in Europe, I know a few, but most of them don't sell to the public. There's one that might start selling to the public, but I got to get more information and get to know them a little bit better before I start recommending people in Europe as rock sellers. Some of the Mexican obsidian is really high grade. I bought some from a dealer at Tucson show, but a bit expensive. Yeah. I'd like to just put out a link to someone who imports it so you guys can buy directly, so I can buy directly from the guy when I go down to Texas. I don't know if there's anyone that stockpiles it. It's either in California, Arizona, New Mexico, or Texas, anywhere along the border. I'll go pick it up myself. Craig Ratzett told me he gets all of obsidian. Yeah. But I haven't asked him where he gets his, or what is his source. Yep. I'd like to know some sources. If you guys know any sources, or if you want to be a source, just let me know. I keep getting lots of people asking for where to buy rocks. And I said, I got a rock list. Yeah, but what else? That's it? What else? They want to know everything because they don't want to travel. I guess they don't want to travel for, a long distance to go pick up stone from people in Georgia or Florida or Tennessee or Oregon. They're too far apart, I suppose. Yeah. And whatever you guys want to see on the channel as far as what you want me to focus on. One of the hardest things for me to do is figure out what I'm going to focus on. I end up scatterbrained all over the place. I am going to focus on certain materials, like for a month, I guess, or two, on a certain material. That way I can get better at that particular type of material. Like right now I'm on obsidian, but as soon as I'm off of the obsidian, I'm going to go into high-grade flint and Danish flint, high-grade flints from wherever I can get them from, mainly from Texas. But I'll get into, raw flints and raw cherts probably right after obsidian. And then who knows after that? I still got lots of people who want to see me nap glass. So I don't know. I might jump back and forth from glass to raw stone, but it's difficult. I'd rather just have a schedule. That way I can also write the schedule down and announce the schedule so you guys know when I'm going to be doing what. Yeah. So what I'm going to try to do is, let me write that down too, establish a schedule on what materials I'll be doing at which months. And you guys can have some input if there's a lot of people that want to see a certain thing. If there's enough people that say, I want to see you do the fiber optic class, fiber optic. Okay, I'll do fiber optic stuff. That kind of thing. Establish a schedule for when I'll nap certain materials. Yeah. Let's see. I was super excited for upcoming flint series. I bought a big piece of flint from Germany and it was freeze cracked badly inside, crumbled a bit during spalling. Yeah. Nasty. Jesse, you're here in the United States, right, Jesse? I would imagine so. I can't remember people's addresses. I get people's addresses all the time and I can't remember where they're from. I think Jesse is in Texas. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to be getting some material from the UK and from Sweden. Yeah, I couldn't remember before. Yes, here in Arizona. Okay, awesome, Arizona, very nice. It's still warm for you guys in Arizona, isn't it? We have a series of storms coming. Luckily, we didn't get a lot of lake effect snow or anything. We just got a bunch of freezing rain, and it's really funny because it's not the kind of freezing rain that lands first and then freezes. It comes down in little pebbles or pellets. So we've got like 2 inches of little pellets, and it flows. So it gets all in underneath everything, and nothing can hide from it. All these little round little pellets are just drifting around. There's high winds now, and it gets blown everywhere. Never seen anything like it. Temp is like 25 degrees above normal. Yeah, it's above normal for a lot of you guys, and below normal for half the country's above normal, half the country's below normal. So yeah, I am gonna probably have to mix it up between flint and obsidian, go back and forth between. Although it's a pain. I don't like it. I don't like it. I lose. I can do each one. If go back and forth, I can do them, but it's only like mediocre. I can't start getting into the zone if I'm switching back and forth. So I can do back and forth if you don't mind it being mediocre, average level stuff. Wind chill here tonight, -20 or colder. Yeah, Bushy, I know you've got all the weather. Yes, you do. You're hogging up all the weather. See, you hog it up, and it doesn't get to us over here in Vermont. There used to be some guys that would bring slab tabletops to the rock shops at tourist shops from Mexico. I was filled with ancient. It was filled with ancient shells and mostly dark reds and grays and blacks, and the shells are white, flaked, nice. Slab tabletops of some type of knappable rock. That would be interesting. Yeah. Because I'll be going down to Texas every once in a while. Let's say once or twice a year, and I'll be able to pick up some stuff to bring back, and then I can offer bifaces and flakes in the auction, stuff like that. I'd rather offer bifaces in the auction, though. Yeah, the flakes are okay. I mean, but I'll sell bigger boxes of flakes. I don't like trying to spend my time looking for little boxes of flakes. I'd rather sell a big box of flakes. So I'll save them up. Every once in a while, I'll save them up into a big box, like a medium-sized flat rate box from the post office, that size. Yeah. 6-inch by 8-inch by 10-inch or something like that. And I'm starting to throw away all my little flakes. So I'm saving the bigger ones. The only way they could bring it in is on tabletop slabs. Okay. It's a good idea. If you can get a supplier. I used to get a bunch of questions on, can you knap granite countertops? Because I got a bunch. And I said, I wish. You can't even heat the marble or granite to knap it. It's not possible. No, it's nasty stuff. And I think they sell quartz countertops, I think. But I think the last time I looked at one, it was, outrageously expensive. And I think it was marble, but they said it was quartz because it looks like quartz. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, we went to a supplier of marble and granite countertops when we remodeled our kitchen at my other house. And man, there's a ton of stuff out there, but it's not knappable. I tried it. they have little blocks that break every once in a while, little ends and pieces, and they got a stack of them. So I went in there, I took a bunch of them out and put it in the car. I had like 40 pounds of various granites, marbles, and whatever. I went to town on those, and none of them were nappable. Absolutely none. I mean, it was bad. I'm trying to find other sources for glass. I'm going to do some colored glass soon. Yeah, before I forget, I need to do the colored glass. Let's see. And do you guys want to see long video or short videos? Do you like the long video format or do you like the short video format? That's a question that I would wanting to ask, because I know some guys, they like the short format videos, or someone's going to say, no, just do everything, man. Just do everything. Everything. I want to know all the tools, all the short videos, long videos, all the materials. I want to know how to nap beginner and advanced and intermediate, everything, all in the same week. I know, but I can't do it all in the same week. I can't do like Monday is flint day and Tuesday is obsidian and Wednesday glass and then Thursday heat treat and then Friday exotic imports from Europe and then Saturday and Sunday do the exotic imports from South America. I can't do it like that. It's just too difficult to get any kind of skill shown on video when you mix it up like that. I like long format to study the stages, maybe mix it up and do some of each. Yeah. That's just thing. I'm having a hard time mixing it up. That's what used to take up a lot of my time, is trying to get back into the groove with different things because I was trying to do different things. It's 10 above. But you like the long format, yeah. It's good to know. Good to know. I can make more money if I split the long format into different parts, but I don't like splitting the videos into different parts because it messes with my zone when I'm doing. Hey, ask for corns here. When I'm doing a video and I have to keep track of the time and cut it off at 30 minutes, it messes with my mojo. Yeah. And I used to do it that way because my camera could not store more than a 30-minute video at one time. It would shut off the camera. But now I can record 4 or 5 hour videos, no problem at all. Just the camera just keeps going and going. My camera, phone camera. I do everything on this. I video on that and do my research there, edit my videos, what little editing I do. I've got like a little thumbnail maker and stuff on there. Everything's on my phone. And that's what I like to do. Keep everything on my phone. But I don't like to edit. I don't like to have to keep going into different areas and then trying to get myself set up for each and everything. Different things. Because I had to keep stacks for this, stacks for that, stacks for this, like a stack for obsidian, a stack for flint, a stack for heat treats, a little stack over here for glass. All these little stacks clutter up my shop. I'd rather have just one for a month. Alrighty? All right. I like spalling and rock challenges the most, I'd say. Okay, there's one for spalling and rock challenges. Yeah. Let's see. Let me write that down. Yeah, the first stage is very popular. Like from the rock to point videos, everyone watches the first stage, getting from the rock to the biface. They go, about the other stuff. They don't really like the other stuff. They'll watch it because they probably have it in the background to fall asleep to. That reminds me, I do have rock challenges in another stack. Let's see. I'm writing that down so that at least I'll have it available for me to look at it. Marty Emerson, hello. how's the weather up yonder? It's very snowy. We've got over 12 inches of snow and sleet on the ground. We are supposed to get snow, yeah. Hey, if you ever come to Missouri, give me some lessons, and I will show you some of my arrowheads. And oh boy, don't show me where to find the arrowheads. We'll be there all day. It's addictive looking for the arrowheads. My truck stole the audio. What? I'm going to agree with the spalling and rock challenges. Oh, we got another one. Okay. We got 2 for that. I'm also looking for raw animal hides. Just frozen. Skin and frozen. Don't need to be in good shape. Don't even need to have the feet and hands and tail. Nothing. Just the body. I'm looking for groundhog, raccoon, and coyote. Just frozen. Just stick it in the bag, put it in the freezer, and then when you get ready, I'll pay for shipping and whatever it costs. Now that it's winter, it's not going to thaw out, hopefully, too much on the way up here. What am I going to do with those? Various things. Like I'm going to make rawhide cordage and try to make some rawhide strings, bowstrings, and all kinds of stuff. Did you get any of that Onondaga from Gary? Not yet. Hey, Jay, asking the question. No, I haven't gotten any of it from Gary. Am I supposed to get a shipment in? I don't remember the shipments. I got stuff coming in, but I don't think any Onondaga. Nope, not yet. Keep surprising us. Yeah, I've tried to keep surprising you. I try. You got one hell of a timber rattler. Are you going to back a bow with the timber rattler? Preferably roadkill. It will fit better in the package. Heck, I'll take a roadkill. as long as you roadkilled it, so we know how long it's been there. And don't forget to spray it for fleas and all that. I remember I got one rawhide that had ticks in it. That's not good. Is there an amount of raccoon or coyote you are wanting? Oh, you got unlimited amounts? Just, we'll start with one. And if it works out, we'll do more. Yeah. Where did you find ankle biter? Where did you find the ankle biter? Outcast metal detecting. What's up? How's it going? Fur on it or not? You can have fur on it. It doesn't matter. It can have no fur or yes fur. I prefer that you send me the reject stuff because I'm going to ruin it anyway. I don't want you to have a broken heart that I sold you my best raccoon hide and what you did with it is just tore it all up for string silencers and bowstrings and it's all messy. That was my best one. I don't want you to send me your best stuff. Send me the stuff that you don't mind me cutting it up and abusing it. I have a trapper in the family. Well, then good. Yeah. I'm looking for different types of raw pelts so I can finally put it to rest which hides actually are good rawhide and which are not. Okay, because I keep hearing mixed things and I want to get to the bottom of it. I don't like when I do some research and I find conflicting results. Let's see, ask for corn. I'm not sure. I need to stop blowing things up. Blowing bows up. Oh, I see. Failures on the last 2 attempts, so who knows? Even a wallet would be okay, but I'd never done any real leather work outside of tanning a few hides. I see. Yeah, but I used to collect snake skins from people that would send me snake skins, and I found out that you got to use them quickly. Don't store them for more than 2 years. After a couple of years, they start to break down. And they didn't smell bad or anything. They just started to get weak, fragile, and the scales would come off, which I do take them off anyway, but the scales start flaking off and getting all over the place. Yeah, those snake skins that I had got all ruined. Like I had about 20 of them and I had to get rid of all but 2, I think. after a couple of years of storing those. Patrick, good evening. Hey, Ross. Although I like the point of view video the best, the front view gives a real good feel of how you're doing, how hard you're hitting, and that hornstone on the live feed the other night. Okay, yeah, the front view. Let's see. I used to do a lot of front view videos. If you look at back in my other videos when I first started napping, but I guess they're not enough. Yeah. I guess I didn't do enough of those in the past. I thought that once you saw a front view video, you've seen them all. Yeah. Because, I mean, I look at other nappers' front view videos, and it's the same as the other napper, same as that one, same as that one. Everything's the same. For me, anyway. At Tucson show, I met a Moroccan guy, although, let's see, dug through a box of chips and flint, found what I thought was a scraper, amazing patina. Then I got home, studied the piece, and bulb, realized it was a LV12. Well, that's not bad. Your usual view is what you see gives the best. Yeah, I mean, that's what I watch videos, as many as I can, that show a first-person view. Some of those first-person views are too far out, too far away from the workpiece, or they use the GoPro and it's kind of distorted. I don't like those that much. After watching your Acheulean tool making vid on Levallois, I set one of the Eterian points on the Levallois core and it almost fits perfect. Interesting. In my opinion, you need some honey badger hide. Oh, badger hide, yeah. That will do the trick for sure. Go ahead. You know where it's supposed to be. You know where there is supposed to be a video to that one. Oh gosh, is that it? If that's an inside joke, it went over my head. Yeah, badger. I can go ahead and go get on eBay and buy all of these, but I'm going to spend, $200 or $300 on all these things, and I'd rather just get it from you guys if you have some. It's not worth it if I buy it from someone else. You misread it. I always misread it. Make sure. Okay, Mike Mason, the last one. Oh, go ahead. You know there's supposed to be a voice to that one. Yeah. A voice to that one. Not a video. Yeah. See, the chat is far away. My excuse is that I can't read it because it's far away. I keep wanting to put my glasses on, but this is for close by. Honey badgers don't carry, I know. But I don't know how tough the badger hides are. Sometimes you're surprised. Sometimes it's surprising to see what the rawhide actually looks like. And I've had guys send me some stuff. What was the last time I bought something? As far as just a pelt from a trapper. I'm trying to think. I think it was just a deer hide. Deer hides can be disappointing. The one I got was full of blood stains and stuff, which is not bad, but it looked like they used a grenade to kill it. I remember that one. Lions can't bite through a honey badger skin. Interesting. That must be a bummer. How do they rip it open to get to it, to get to the meat? I don't know. Did I misread that one too? Or did you mistype it? Because I'm pretty sure they can get through it because they got to eat the meat. Even watch that doc on Soulful the Honey Badger where he just tortures the poor zookeeper. The badger tips open the lion. Did you mistype it or did I just misread that one too? I don't understand that last one, Mike. Rips. I misspelled. The badger rips open the lion. I see. No, the badger just acts like he's going to fight. And they go, whoa, I don't know if I should mess with that. Probably best to leave the badger alone and look elsewhere for a meal. Yeah. If cobras can bite through their skin, then lions can for sure, bro. There you go. We want to get to the bottom of things. Any claims that people make, let's debunk whatever we can. That's always fun. Debunking the claims is one of my favorite pastimes. I might get on people's nerves though. What is meat cats? I don't know. You guys ask questions because now's your chance. Ask live questions. And don't ask stuff like, what's everybody wearing for underwear tonight? Don't ask questions like that. Like, how hot do you heat Brazilian agate? How hot is it supposed to go? Where do I find information on heat treats? That's stuff like that. Everybody already knows. I got some rock fights with badgers a few times. Glass insulator. Is it easy to nap? No. Glass insulators are a pain to nap. I mean, the glass is easy once you get a little piece of glass from it, but to break it into a usable thing to nap, a usable little spall or piece, it's miserable. Everything's curved. There's no straight parts anywhere on the insulator. You've got to really, I don't know. You've got to be very, very careful when you're napping an insulator. How do I know? I don't know. You can probably get one good one out of each insulator. Yeah, that's how bad they are. One good arrowhead. If you just try to maximize one area of the insulator to make one arrowhead, for me, it's a big waste. I don't know why they would use them unless they're using insulators that we don't know about. Let's see. Between Mike's misspelling and Patrick's misreading, I think I'll have a shot of scotch before the rest of the conversation so I can keep up. No, don't have a shot of scotch because you won't be able to write correctly either. You'll mess up your nice writing that you just did. Let's see. I saw a BBC clip where a mamba nailed a honey badger and the thing had to lay down and take a nap. But after a while, it just hopped back up and went on about terrorizing. Yeah. Mongooses are like that too. I don't know about honey badgers, but it's the mongoose that does that. How do I deal with a square edge? Now, Justin, you've got to make sure that you put a little emoji or something that you're kidding, because otherwise I'm going to take you seriously about how do you do a square edge. Most of the ones I've ever collected, the glass insulators have bubbles. Yeah, little bitty bubbles. They're not bad. I've seen some with bubbles. Did I? I don't remember seeing very many bubbles. While I'm having a bit of fun, as for corn, I am thinking of Riki Tavi. By the way, I'm almost spelled taco. I don't know what that means. I'm tipping some. I like the challenging shape rock challenge. Oh, okay. Another one for rock challenge. Challenging shapes. Okay, so challenging. Now, you like those because you do them, or you like those because you want to do them? Or is it both? Do you go around in rock shops and nap-ins and look for the most odd-shaped pieces that you can get for free? Or you just like seeing it and never mess with them? That's what I want to know. That's my question to you. That way I can kind of cater the videos to what you're doing. I like the channel. See, joke's on me. I bought Subway tile at Home Depot that was black, hoping it was like obsidian. Had a paint or under the. I can't read what that is. It was clear glass. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it just has a coating over the top of the glass. Hey, Kiowa. Justin Cornelius is laughing. I'm honestly waiting for the basket weaving videos. Yeah. I think I might have mentioned that, right? That I was going to try to do some baskets. I don't know. I know that I wrote it down once that I should gather some material to do baskets while I'm out looking for arrow shoots. Because we got willow. We have willow growing right next to the viburnum and the dogwood out here. And I can gather that stuff. The willow's pretty good for baskets. So is the viburnum, but the viburnum is too valuable. It's good for arrows. The willow is not good for arrows because it's a little bit too weak, and the fibers are all stringy. When you take the bark off the willow, there's like the one that I gather. I think it's white willow. It's either white willow or black willow. Anyway, you peel the bark off, and then all the wood underneath has stringy strands. You know, you try to shave it down a little bit, and all you get these little strands, fibers. But you can bend the willow in a circle. It's so flexible. You can do basket quiver. Yeah, but I don't like basket quivers. Why don't I like basket quivers? Because the arrows rattle around in there unless you put a liner of leather. And if you're going to do a liner of leather, might as well just throw the basket away and use just the leather. Yeah. And use the basket for something else, like filling it up with apples or something. Hey, dang, he's in my head. I was about to ask if willow was good for baskets. No, Mike, your brain just goes 1,000 miles an hour, and then eventually, we'll hit on something because it'll be in your brain in any minute. Why does it got to be white willow? It doesn't. That's what grows here. Well, white willow and black willow grow here in the swamps. Unless you're asking something that I'm not aware of what you're asking. They're very pokey too. I'm drinking some near beer. Oh, okay, yeah. The non-alcoholic beer is pretty good these days. It used to be not so good, but now it's pretty good. I used to drink some of that non-alcoholic beer sometimes. They have it at Knapping's. Well, they have it at the Knapping in Brady, Texas. Fur in rawhide for quiver. Yeah, but rawhide quivers rattle around too. I don't like the rattling of the arrows in the quiver. Fur. Well, you put the fur on the inside of the rawhide. It's a little bit quieter, but you crinkle the rawhide. Have you crinkled it? Have you actually made a quiver out of rawhide? Just do it and then crinkle the quiver. It goes. It makes big noises when you bump into something. Even with, the arrow's not going to rattle when you got fur inside the rawhide, but when you crinkle the rawhide, it makes noise, big noises. Let's see. It was a feigned race outrage joke. Oh, okay. But I missed it. I didn't get it. I don't get it. All these jokes on the comment section, but I'm so lost. I don't get it. Been gluten-free for 5 years, miss beer, but now there are some good gluten-free ones. Yes, there are. I've been trying to eliminate all carbohydrates since 2018. So that's 7 years now. Yeah. And I've been carnivore for like 5 of those 7 years. Fur in. Yeah, I know. I know, Ed. I've done the fur in thing on a rawhide quiver. I didn't like it because the rawhide makes noise. Redbridge and Big Henry. Yeah, you guys are talking about stuff I have no knowledge of. Solid. Is rawhide solid? Maybe if you use cowhide, that way it doesn't crinkle. It stays real stiff. But yeah, any stiff quiver material is going to make noise. So that's why I don't use it. Yeah, I'll try the turtle hide once I get some. I mean, I think you're the one that, Mike, you're the one who's going to send me the turtle, right? Rawhide bow quiver is more noisy than corduroy pants. Now, there's someone who knows, someone who's tried it. Don't say anything unless you've tried it, right? Try not to anyway. You can say it and then we'll correct you and then you'll go, oh, okay. And then you'll know. You won't know unless you ask. And if you mess up, it's okay. Because then in the end, you'll find out. Even though it might be a little bit embarrassing. Okay, yeah, you're planning on sending me 3, Mike. Awesome. Yeah. That'll be good. I can use it for different things. Yeah. Why can't it be black willow? I didn't say it can't be. Did I say I couldn't use some of those shoots that I was gathering? Or did I read that with a wrong meaning to it? I don't know. Let's see. I work with leather, so I may know a little how loud rawhide is. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Keith, have you tried cutting the rawhide on a bandsaw? I did that, and my kids come out. What's that noise, Dad? Yeah, it makes a big old noise when you cut the rawhide on a bandsaw. But it's one of the best ways to cut rawhide, I find out. Very fine tooth blade, and you can cut the rawhide on the bandsaw all day long. 1 green hide, 1 egg tanned, and 1 tannin acid tan. I suppose I could do that. Yeah. No, that's not what the joke was. See, I told you I don't know what's going on. I can disagree. Yes, you can, Ed. You can disagree all you want. At a traditional archery event, a dude had a quiver made from a woven vine with a bark cover. Looked cool as hell, but not practical. It beat like a drum. Yeah, see? That kind of stuff, you don't want to take it out stalking. The way I like to hunt, I like to stalk. So if I'm walking around and this thing's bumping against my hip or whatever, or I don't wear a back quiver, I wear a hip quiver. If it's bouncing around and making noise and arrows are rattling and stuff, heck, I might as well just chase the game on all-terrain vehicle. Go out with an ATV and chase animals that way. It doesn't matter. A little noise or a big noise, they take off. So, might as well make it easier on yourself. It's easier on the way home if you got an ATV. Yep. Where do you go to the traditional archery events, Jesse? Let us know where these traditional archery events are. Fur on rawhide is not loud. Yes, it is. You just haven't tried it. You've got to try it. Okay, just go ahead and say it. And let's see. The softest noised rawhide is the coyote. I think. I'm trying to think about that. Coyote hide is so thin. Not any louder than your arrows to bow rattling. Well, we'll see about that. I can measure those noises. I can buy a device that measures the decibel level of arrows being shot from a bow compared to how the noise have been rattling around in the quiver. But the thing is, when you shoot an arrow from a bow, it's the last thing that the animal will hear if you shoot right. They will hear it, but it won't matter because by the time they hear it, they'll get shot. But when the quiver is rattling and you start walking around, the deer or whatever you're hunting knows where you're at. Yeah. Before you even try to shoot an arrow. In Wickenburg, Arizona, but there are multiple locations, the traditional archers. TAAA, Traditional Archers Associations of Arizona. There's traditional, okay, let me write that down. Let's see, TAAA, Traditional Archers Association. I know there's a bunch of associations out there, but I need to become more familiar with those. Ed Gould says you have Ed. You've already measured the decibel level of the arrow compared to the quiver noises? The arrow against the bow noise compared to the arrow against the quiver noise? Is that what you did? I'm glad you didn't say fox. Only thing thinner than rabbit is my experience. Yeah, I haven't messed with any fox hides. No. I've messed with bobcat. Bobcat's one of my favorite hides. I forgot totally about bobcat. But I know that you guys are not gonna sell me a bobcat skin because those things go for lots of money elsewhere. I'm glad you didn't say fox. Yeah. Don't need to buy any device to measure. Got one on either side of my head. Yeah. Okay. You don't drag your quiver on the ground. If you're crawling through the bushes, you do. What you talking about, Ed? I like challenging shapes because that's all I can find in my creeks. Okay. That makes sense. Man, I want a pet bobcat. I don't know. They have Maine Coon cats up here in New England. You can get a really big, gigantic cat. I have used rawhide quiver. I have used a rawhide quiver. Yes, you can make noise with them. Yep. Let's see. They say all cats are equally tameable, but the danger isn't equal. Really? I suppose. I know there's lots of people that have exotic wildcats from various places. Yeah. But yeah, the danger with a large, gigantic cat. Yeah. Like you wouldn't want to have leopards and stuff for pets, although some people do. They're crazy. You mentioned that the squirrels in Texas don't have strong enough hides for bowstrings. Are they fox squirrels or something different? Here in Iowa, the squirrels are tough as nails. The red squirrels, what we have in Texas, are red squirrels, and their skin and their hide is so weak, you can tear it like paper. Once it dries out, tears like paper. That's how weak they are. I've heard of let's see, Shinbone 5000. I think that's his handle on YouTube. Shinbone 5000 made a squirrel hide bowstring. That squirrel had tough hide. I've never seen a squirrel, well, in Texas with a tough hide like that. Yeah, just like my feet. You think I'm a tenderfoot? Yeah. Let's see. I'll make you one if I get a skin. I'll show you. Okay. I think a cheetah. They say they're like dogs. I don't know. If I had a choice of what large cat I would like to have, if it wouldn't kill me, would be a mountain lion. Yeah. Not good for quivers. What's not good for quivers, Ed? Squirrel? You can put like 4 squirrels together. What's wrong with that? As for corn, yeah, I feel like bobcat or lynx would still tear me up, but I'd have good chance of not becoming lunch. Anything bigger, well, yep, you don't know. Yep, it's up in the air, especially when you go to sleep and you got the cat roaming around the house. Yeah. Never know. Could be the last nap you ever take. Yeah. I can't imagine. The people that own those big cats, you don't see what happens behind the scenes. They probably have a big metal cage to put them in overnight. Let's see. Hey, R. Snyder made it to the show. Mike Mason, no, Patrick, while it's a kitten and in the ankle attack phase, you got to convince you're not worth keeping it around like all house cats. You got to convince it that it's worth keeping around. I see. Too thin and crackly. Squirrel skins are too thin and crackly. Yeah, that's my experience too. But like, who said they were from Iowa? I already forgot who said he was from Iowa. They got squirrels with super duper hides up in Iowa. Or was it? Where was it? I'm going to go back and see. Let's see. Yeah, Iowa, the squirrels are tough as nails. So take 5 Iowa squirrels and make a quiver out of them. Yeah. That's what I would do. I got a big cat story for you all. Well, tell the big cat story. Type it up somewhere else and then copy paste it into the comment section. That way we don't get it in pieces. Mike Tyson just knocks his out when it gets out of line. Yeah, that'd be something to see. I have been napping Tallahassee quartzite for 30 years. I have a mountain of flakes. I could send you some if you'd like to try it out. Yeah. Go ahead and send me an email to jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Excuse me. And then we'll see how it goes. I've napped Tallahassee before, but I don't think I have any right now. In fact, I know I don't. I've got quartz, but I don't have Tallahassee. I got a bunch of nasty quartz. Can't imagine litter box for those big cats. Yeah, I don't know what they do with them. They probably just have a big tub full of dirt. That's what I would do. Will do. I'm at work right now. Awesome. You're still at work? Well, it's only, see, I'm on Eastern time, so it's late here, but for the rest of you guys, it's probably pretty early still. Let me check the auction real quick. The auction is going on right now. In case you don't know, there is an auction. I posted the video earlier today. It was a bit late. I posted it at 4:20, I think. I'm supposed to be posting it at 4. But you know how it goes. There's always something that I got to do before I get the auction ready. But I didn't shovel today. I said, no, I'm not going to shovel out that driveway. No, not yet. I got stuff to do. All right, so everything's going good. We got bids on every item. I'm just going to check real quick. I've only got 10 items, so this shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Yeah, I'm trying to get up to 15 items in an auction if I can. It's just getting ready for all those, getting set up to do lots of stuff eats up like a whole day. Let's see. No one wants the string. That's okay. If no one bids on the string, it's okay because I can always send it to Martin, my buddy. Let's see. I worked with a guy who had a client in ETX that had a Siberian tiger. The guy gave my coworker a whisker and he showed me. It was like number 2 pencil lead. The tiger was later straight up killed. Dang. I just got here. I'm on nights. Oh, dang it. Oh, nights. I remember doing nights. I've done night shifts. I don't want to remember that. I mean, it was cool at first because then I said, I got an excuse to sleep all day. But no, sleeping all day isn't fun. After a while, it starts to wear on you. Not that I'm trying to bum you out or anything, Lance. Don't pay attention. I'm being too pessimistic. Yeah, I eyeballed that string. Heck, you can pick it up for $2. If no one wants it, just put in $2 in or $1 in the auction. Is Tallahassee nice to nap? No. Oh gosh. Why is that so funny? Right? Is it nice to nap? I want something nice because everything I nap is not nice. The only things that are nice to nap, the only things that are nice to nap are the obsidians. Nice. Because they require so little effort to nap. Now, to clean up and to actually make something that looks decent is hard. But napping it, getting the flakes to fly and getting results from your tools and all that, there's hardly any fuss. Keeping it in one piece and making it something that looks good and cleaning up the mess and not getting too cut from all of the accidents, that's the hard part. Fine, I bid $3. Okay, awesome. I'm getting some root beer from Danny soon in the mail. It's raw. Do you like working raw or heat treated better? If heat treated, what temperature and for how long? I like heat treat the best. In fact, the best stone of all that I've encountered is heat treat or nature's heat treat. What's nature's heat treat? Hornstone is nature's heat treat, and there's a few other stones that have been heated underground by nature. But heat treat is my favorite to work with no matter what. And for root beer, you start experimenting with it with a heat of 275 degrees for 4 hours. 275 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, for 4 hours. Take it out, chip it. You don't see any difference? Put it back in, 300 degrees, 4 hours. Take it out, chip it. It's still not that great. It's kind of glossy at 300, but then put it back in. 325. Each time you put it back in, it's 25 degrees hotter. Root beer will blow up if you look at it wrong. So you got to experiment. Don't put all your stuff in one batch. You got to test little flakes here and there. And sometimes you're going to be ending up heat treating 3 flakes. But that's the price you pay for something like that. But when root beer is heated properly, it's some of the best stuff you would ever nap. Okay, I saw a clip of 2 leopards in Arizona. Youch. Oh, yes, very nice items this week. Thank you. Mike, that's my next one. A big batch of root beer. I have never tried it. You've never tried the root beer, Chert? Dang. I've never been able to nap quartz of any variety, like napping a piece of granite. Yeah. No, Tallahassee quartzite is not bad. It's not, as far as quartz goes, it's not too bad. There's another one, and I remember the name of it, but now I can't remember it again. I was going to mention it on video. I still have some. It's not called Tallahassee. It's called something else. And it's not bad, especially when heat treated. Those northerns are sweet. Thanks, Mike. But quartz can be napped. I mean, you just hit it hard enough with a piece of steel. It'll work. Good heat treated chert is great when you find the sweet spot. Yes, that's exactly right. Ask for corn. He knows. Jesse, I've napped a couple pieces I got from Patrick a long time ago, but I was not experienced enough. It was difficult. I see. Mike, has Danny, let's see. This is Jaguars. I just ordered a little box of root beer from Danny. Looking forward to trying it. Okay, Justin. All right. Yeah, you won't be disappointed if you've napped a bunch of chert to compare it to. If you don't know any other chert, or if you've napped very little chert or flint, it'll be tough. Thanks for all the info, Patrick. That gets me excited. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Anything else you want to ask about? If I know, I'll try to answer. If not, I'm paying for a subscription to Grok, so I can ask that AI anything you want. Like I can type in almost anything. It knows. It's got better sources now. Like, let's see, I can type in what's the latest development on the ice patches. Right? If I can take a little break here and ask it the question without missing 87 comments. This is, I can type in what is the latest news on the ice patches, melting ice patches, archaeology. Of course, I wouldn't type it in that way because that's all broken English. Let's see. I've seen you nap quartz on video, and the whole video I was saying, yeah, I can't do that. You just got to keep doing it over and over again until you get different results. What's your latest info on ice patch archaeology? Latest updates. I try to keep up with the updates on the ice patch archaeology. So hold on. Let's see. What is the latest? What are the latest updates? Okay. Some people can type 60 words a minute. I type a word every 60 minutes. What are the latest updates? Ice pack. Yeah, that's it. All right. Let's see what Grok says while we're rating. Some of the arrows they have been finding in the melted patches are incredible. Can't believe how far back some of the carbon dates are coming back. Yeah. Ice Patch Archaeology has several different significant developments recently, focusing primarily on the preservation and discovery of ancient artifacts due to climate change-induced melting. Yeah, okay, we know. Researchers from Secrets of the Ice program have unearthed a 1,300-year-old arrow from an ice patch at Lenbreen in Norway's Innlandet County. This arrow, complete with iron head, was found in an exceptionally well-preserved state. The melting ice also revealed other artifacts like scarring stick flags. What's a scarring stick flag? Horse teeth and Viking era arrowheads, showcasing the historical use of these high altitude passes for trade and hunting. Scarring stick flags. Anybody know what a scarring stick flag is? In Canada, melting ice patches have led to discoveries in the Yukon and British Columbia. The Yukon has yielded artifacts dating back 9,000 years, including throwing darts and arrows, providing insights into the shift from spear to bow technology around 1,200 years ago. How does a 9,000-year-old thing provide insights to the 1,200-year-old thing? I don't know. In British Columbia, archaeologists have found perishable artifacts like birch bark containers, wooden shafts, and animal hide boots near obsidian quarries, some of which are over 6,000 years old. These findings are crucial for understanding ancient mining practices. Really? They would put rocks in birch bark containers? What if they were using birch bark containers for the food and water that they had to have while they're quarrying? Let's see. I'm missing some chats. I'm missing some comments. Let's see. I know Patrick shouts it out a lot. I was thinking about the last couple of days. Patrick is taking every advantage. May consider doing the same and using the old blue jeans. Okay. I'm not sure what that conversation is about. Some of the arrows they have been finding in the melted ice patches are incredible. I can't believe how far back. Yeah. Insanity, practice, same thing. Yes, it is. The definition of insanity is the same as the definition of practice. It's today's culture is so weird. Oh yeah, I saw some of those receding glacier sites. Did y'all see that at Lettle Darts? Had a ground slate point and looked like a goose two-fletch. I don't think any of the sites in Europe are two-fletch. Let's see. You be willing to trade on some of your debitage or debris? Hippie Mike, send me an email to jackcrafty2@gmail.com. And we'll see if I've got something to trade as far as flakes. I've got flakes. It just depends on what your skill level is and what you want. Because I can send you a lot of stuff that only experts can nap, but I don't think you like that stuff. You probably want stuff that beginners will nap or won't have a hard time with. And I don't have much of that because guess what? You have anything that a beginner can nap? I get that question every 2 weeks. Oh, the one I saw in Canada, not in Old World. Okay, so hold on. You saw one in Canada that had a ground slate point. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. There's also ground slate points in Northern Europe as well, in case you didn't know. And the two-fletch in Canada is well known, especially with the Inuit. Yep. Let's see. Where does this heat treat? A counting stick. Yeah, those. There are counting sticks that are being revealed on the ice patches in Northern Europe. I'm trying to find the reference again. Scarring stick flags. I could just ask Grug, what is a scarring? What is a scarring stick flag? A scarring stick flag is a term used in archaeology, particularly in the context of ice patch finds in Norway. These artifacts are essentially small flags or banners made from wood or other materials attached to sticks that were used by ancient hunters to herd or scare animals. Oh, it's not a scarring stick, it's a scaring stick. Particularly reindeer into traps towards hunters. Here's a detailed explanation. Okay, so they're scaring sticks. I know. I understand what that is now. Let's see. Heat treat temp on the root beer. Sorry, I missed it. Start at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 hours and see if that works. Some root beer chert will respond to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. If it doesn't work, heat again at 300. If it doesn't work, heat again at 325. If you get above 325 degrees Fahrenheit, you're playing with dice. But some root beer doesn't do anything or become better until it hits 400. So you may have to keep reheating. So between 275 and 375 degrees Fahrenheit is the range for root beer. But start low because you don't want to ruin your stuff. And don't heat it all at the same time. Heat only a little batch. Okay. And then you find out, usually when it blows up, you'll go, oh, I'm supposed to do the one before that. So blow up the batch and then go, oh, okay, let's go back 25 degrees less than that. And that's where I'm going to heat it. Okay. All right. Or you can just rewatch the video that you can rewatch the live stream, this live stream. Let's see. Also reminds me to ask about birch as a bow. So far, it's making good hammer handle on a 12-pound sledge head for metalworking for me. Yeah, birch is good. Now, for bows, birch does not like to bend. All right, it likes to stay straight. But if you back it with something like rawhide or sinew, birch will work okay. Just by itself, birch breaks easy. I find birch to be the same as woods that are very cheap, like poplar. Trying to make a bow out of poplar, it doesn't like to bend. It likes to stay straight. So, poplar and birch are good for arrows, not bows. You'll have to back the bow with something with a weak wood like birch and poplar or aspen. Those need to be backed. And then sometimes they don't even make strong bows. They'll collapse. The belly wood will collapse and you won't get any power out of it. Perfect practice makes perfect. Doing the same wrong actions over and over is just insanity. Well, let's see. Let's put that to the test. If I'm practicing to get good at basketball, and I keep missing the hoop, keep missing. It's a wrong action, isn't it? But eventually I'll get it in. So yeah, I can do the same bad thing over and over and over and over again, and then eventually I'll get it in. Same with flint knapping. The same stupid breaking the point off or whatever every time. I always break the tip off, or I always snap it in half, Just keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and eventually you won't break it in half because you'll be tweaking it little by little. You'll figure out maybe it's because of this, maybe it's because of that. Or you just move the flaker up the edge or down on the edge a little bit. You're going to tweak it. Just like throwing a basketball at a hoop. You'll tweak the motion, tweak it until finally it goes in. All right? There you go. And perfect practice doesn't make perfect because you don't know how to perfect practice. The only people that know how to practice perfectly are the ones that have already achieved the perfection. And they've achieved the perfection through imperfect practice. Okay? I'm kidding in a way, but for the most part, that's how it works. Let's see. Super sweet points in the auction. Thank you very much, Killer Cork. Yes, in Yukon. As for corn, you don't mean Alaska? Killer Cork, start at 275 degrees Fahrenheit and go up 25 degrees. Yeah, Justin knows. There you go. You got to heat and cool down several times when you're experimenting with heat treating, unless you have a lot of experience. And then you can roll the dice a little bit, which means you can take some chances. Like if you have experience with a root beer, you'll go, I've made 18 batches of this stuff, and the last batch blew up at 375. So I'm just going to go straight to 350 on this batch. You don't have to experiment anymore. Sometimes it'll blow up at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And what I mean by blowing up, it will get all cracked and ruined, or you'll get these heat pops on the surface, which means inside it's probably not very stable. It could be perfectly clear and not cracked at all inside. But as soon as you start knapping it, it's very snap and half-ish. Some flakes will travel really far and overshoot without any apparent force. It just, wow, that flaked really easy. That's because it has internal stresses. When you heat treat it too high, it may not crack. You might just have internal stresses that cause the flakes to either fall short or go too far. that kind of thing. So it's kind of insidious. But once you have experienced heat treating, it's a whole different ballgame. Let's see. Been cracking rocks for 20 years or so now. Hippie Mike. Wow. That's how I got my son into knapping. We made a few points by grinding slate. Yeah, that's how I started when I was a kid making arrowheads. I used to grind slate. Sit out in my backyard next to we had a rock. Well, there's a bunch of rock walls here. Well, in the rock wall to fill the gaps, sometimes it'd be slate. So I'd take some of those and I'd be sitting on the rock wall. And then, I would tap the rocks to get them to break apart. And then I would sharpen up and shape the triangular ones. Let's see. Do I ship to Denmark? Yes, I do. I ship to Denmark. I've shipped to Norway. I have shipped to Netherlands. Where else have I shipped to in Northern Europe? Mainly Netherlands. I can ship to Denmark. Poplar sounds like a Star Wars planet. Yeah. Some caribou hunters piled up rocks in line because the caribou tend to follow features on the landscape, same way they travel along edges of the tree or bush lines. Interesting. Got bids in? Yeah, the bids are coming in. Ask for corn. Wait, though, you won't eventually get it in, though, unless you stop doing the same thing and start doing it slightly different. Okay, well, here's the thing. You're not going to be doing... First of all, you can't do the exact same thing, even if you tried. Let's say you shoot a basketball and you shoot it again, trying to do it exactly the same the next time. You won't be able to do it. So we know for sure that it's never the same. Okay, so what we're doing is we're talking in with what they call a heuristic, which is a shortcut way of talking about it. When you're shooting a basketball and doing the same thing over and over again, you're really not doing the same thing over again because you can't do the same thing over again exactly like you did just before, because there's differences in everything. You might be getting weaker because you're getting tired. So you might think you're doing the same wrong thing over and over again, but you're not. You can't do anything exactly the same way. I know that's gonna bug people to death. But I do the same thing with my sons. It bugs them, I know. But tell me where the lie is, and then I'll say, okay, I'm sorry. Let's make Pat some money. Yeah, there you go. So you're not, in fact, doing the same thing over and over. Ergo, not insanity. Well, like I said, when someone says doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity, they are insane. That saying is not valid. And for various reasons. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, insanity, this is what insanity is when you double down on the same thing in the face of contrary evidence. Okay? When you double down in the face of contrary evidence, like this, if you believe that candle back here or all candles have green flame, but I say, or if all light bulbs are white bulbs, that's yellow. No, all bulbs are still white, even though that's yellow. That's insanity. You double down on what you previously thought in the face of contrary evidence. That's insanity. But they don't want to say that because there's too many people that double down on what they believe in the face of contrary evidence. All right. So let's see. It gets crazed. Yeah. And heat treating, it gets crazed, but it's spelled Crazed. Hello, all running late tonight. Are we running late? Well, you're running late. Tommy's running late. Trying to do the same thing over and over without variations, that's insane, I suppose. See, I'm trying to do flaking, parallel flaking, over and over and over and over again. And I know how to do it because I've been shown by an expert how to do it. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I know what position to take, how much pressure, where to do it, the surface. I've been shown how to do parallel flaking. So I'm doing it right. I just can't do it yet. So I'm doing it basically wrong over and over and over again until I get it right. Because everything that I'm doing is just not tweaked enough. It's a little off. So I don't get the flakes to go as long as I need to go. Or I don't get the flake to go in the direction I need to go. Okay? So there's a little nuance there. One of Grok's favorite words is nuance. Whenever I have a technical discussion online or with Grok, which is a technical discussion, the word nuanced comes up. Yeah. Let's see. I was making more in the 80s. You were. Bows arrows point. Only ship to Denmark if we get Greenland. Yeah. I won't ship to Denmark until we get Greenland. Yeah. That's funny. When you study something, you change it. That's a fallacy too. Yeah. You can study something and let's say you study an alphabet. Are you changing it? No. What I think Mike means is if you observe something, you change it. But again, that's another fallacy because people misinterpret the word observe. Observe in science means to measure. And to measure something, you must interact with it in some way. The interaction causes an effect. So the observation causes an effect in that respect. A scientific observation is actually an interaction. So it's the interaction causing an effect. Okay? All right. I know you didn't want to know that. But I like pointing that out because it's just one of those things that goes around and never gets straightened out. Let's see. The attempt is as the same as is humanly possible on the front end, which is essentially the same. Essentially. The word essentially is going to get you. Because if you look up, what is the definition of essentially? Hey, all listening to you from work. Romans 8 forging. You're at work listening. Awesome. Pat just told me, be careful striking the back if the center is thinner. I knew better, but OCD got the best of me. Wanted to thin one more flake off the base and snapped it in two. Yikes. Dagger was 95%. Ouch. Let's see. Careful striking the back of the center is thinner. Yeah. If I believe I can nap quartz, even though I keep ending up with marbles, then I am insane. Yeah. If you end up with marbles, you can sell those. Yeah. I'd like to see that. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result every time is a Far Cry 3 quote. In the game, it's an insane criminal that says the words, how it became this famous. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. Well, I used to go to seminars. My ex-wife and I used to go to seminars, especially in real estate. And it's a big thing in seminars to say that. Because they don't want you to continue making mistakes. Right? So they go, you don't want to be insane, right? So just don't keep doing the same thing. Yeah. What they don't tell you is you need to make the mistakes in that context. You need to make all those mistakes because if you don't, it doesn't teach you all that much. It'd be better not to make mistakes, especially when it comes to accounting and contracts and dealing with sales and stuff. But you really do need to do a lot of the same stupid stuff over and over again. Eventually, you'll get it right because you don't know any better when you're first starting. Eventually someone will say, you've been doing that wrong. Oh, thanks for letting me know. Because if I hadn't done it wrong this many times until I got to you, I wouldn't have been able to get it right. So you saved me from the death of doing the same thing over and over again wrongly. It's insane for anyone to think they know everything the Indians thought when hunting of making their tools. Yeah, that's true. There's a bunch of scenarios that they ignore. Yeah, when people are thinking about how they used to do stuff back in the day, it doesn't have to be flint knapping, but anything. They ignore many, many different scenarios that could have been happening. I recently found a 3.5 by 2-inch quartz spearhead in our spring house spring box when I dug it out of during low water. Frederick, Maryland. We enjoy watching a skilled craftsman. Am I the skilled craftsman you're talking about? No, probably not. I used to practice my hockey shots by hanging tin cans in different spots on the net, practicing 5 holes around the goalie. Awesome. I bet you didn't hit him the first time. And if you did, it was luck, right? And you recognize what luck is. Nah, it's a good point. It's good to point it out. I may have some nuances studying things. Yeah. As for corn, I smoke before I do anything. I live in Colorado. I can smoke. Oh, yeah. Well, a name like Hippie Mike, I think we know. I think we know you just from your handle. It's legal here, too, in Vermont. In fact, I got a dispensary like 5 minutes away from here. I live 15 miles from the Beecher Island battlegrounds, but ain't much left out there. People saying hi to each other. Yay, all righty. We got like 30 some odd minutes left, so we got some time. Brennan is here. James. Anybody new? So observation must happen before measurement. The interaction will happen. Why else observe? Oh, you got that one mixed up. Why else observe? You observe. Let's say that you figured it out that you figured out that you have a problem with something. Okay, I got a problem. I don't know how hot to heat this. Of what to heat it with. You start with a problem. And then you observe other things, how they get hot. But you start with a problem. Like, I need to heat this up. How do I do it? Well, you observe what else is getting hot in the environment. That's why you observe, because you have a problem to solve. Let's see. Do people think that? Let's see. Where am I? I lost my place. And there are many instances, Mike, that it's proven that simply observing a phenomenon will not change it. You could test it. It's one of the easiest things. It's child's play to know for sure that just by observing something won't change it. It's one of the easiest tests. In fact, it's pretty much negligible as far as gaining benefit from that. It's almost self-evident that the observation will not affect it. It's only the interaction. All right. Do people think that people 10K years ago weren't having conversations like we do today and getting smarter and better? I'd bet napping is tougher than learning computer programming. In some ways, yeah, napping is tougher than programming. Yeah. Mainly because it's got to be ingrained in your subconscious. The napping, you have to develop muscle memory, and it's just unavoidable. You're going to have to, because it's too complex to have your conscious mind do everything. Yeah. That's when it's harder than programming. Do people think that, okay, wife just brought in a pizza? Nice. You got to tell us what kind of pizza it is. I always get the 5-meat pizza, whatever they call it, at Domino's. Do they still have that? I don't even know. Someone snacking on Cheese Whiz and a can of chicken and a biscuit crackers. With all the mics here, I just want to shout out a song by Mikey Mike. It's called Doing Me. Okay. I haven't heard of. Have I heard of Mikey Mike? I don't know. Wait a second. I can't go backwards very well. Yes, you are good at your craft. I'm a trim carpenter and did the work for President Trump's executive dining room under the Oval Office in 17 and 18. Dang it, it's a small world, I guess. Holy moly. There's an executive dining room under the Oval Office. The Oval Office is on the second floor? Or is the executive dining room in the basement? You should know if you did the work. Not sure if I told you, Patrick, my first heat treat was a huge success. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah. You're wasting it on me if you think I can remember. James, that's crazy cool. Yeah, that's a crazy cool gig for sure, to do the executive dining room. Hey, Mike, finally got my hands on a couple of your boppers and I love them. I used 2 for a couple hours today testing fresh heat treat. Laurel. Brandon, so you did some heat treating. Yeah, you did tell me about that, Brandon. I don't know if you showed me any results. Observations can also happen because of the curiosity of existence makes one wonder about cause and effect. Yeah. Research the idea of cause and effect as well. There's good arguments for dismissing the idea of cause and effect. There's instances where cause and effect does not cover what happens. It doesn't explain it. It doesn't explain what's happening or not happening. Awesome, Brendan. Thanks for the feedback. Yep, I've been observing the hell out of this beer gut. Still here. Yeah. It didn't affect it, did it? Details, troubleshoot, evaluate, and remedy. Yeah. Troubleshoot and remedy. Sometimes troubleshooting gets you into trouble. And you go, shoot. I troubleshoot and then I got into trouble and I went, shoot. Let's see. When I got on road trips, let's see. Yeah, when I go on road trips, I like to bring my crappy arrowheads I've made and throw them in random farm fields. Sorry. Yeah, don't do that. Not even as a joke. Chicken and a biscuit crackers are great with any cheese or meals. You guys sound like a commercial. Adapt and overcome. Yeah, that's a military thing. Napping built our brain. Yes, that's part of what built our brain for sure. Special tonight, 8 toppings, Domino's. The other thing that built our brain was that we decided, or someone decided, you know what? Instead of that predator making me its meal, I'm going to make it my meal. We became predators of predators. When that happened, that's when the brain started getting bigger. We stopped running and say, okay, come on, bring it, bring it. I'm hungry. Come on. And then that's when it happened. Special tonight, 8 toppings Domino's, $10. Dang it. Yeah, someone's going to get beat up for throwing out points. As for corn, you're going to interact one way or another. Feed it or starve it. Mike Jones. Who's Mike Jones? Let's see. Come on. This comment section is making me make funny faces. I'm trying to navigate this thing. I just had barbecue chicken pizza from Jet's Pizza, Michigan thing. Awesome. Yeah, local pizzas are always good. Downstairs is the executive dining room next to the situation room. But downstairs in the basement or downstairs on the first floor? Is that where the Diet Cokes come from when he presses the button? That could be. James, what would have been the honor of a lifetime? Oh, that would be the honor of a lifetime for me. See, James, do you live in D.C. or probably maybe somewhere close? The kitchen is next door between the 2 dining rooms. Reached and held 525 degrees. I'll try and send some pictures. Primitive when it comes to my emailing skills. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't go up to 525 degrees unless I use a regular campfire. James, yes, it was an honorable project and my only time ever working for the government. I see. Yeah, my dad one time, speaking of working for a government and for campaigns and stuff, my dad worked for the Clinton campaign for about a year. Way back in the 90s. Yeah, before any of us were, even looking at politics. Someone contacted him about providing dining room, or maybe it was it's either tables or one of those tents. I think that was it, or both. Can't remember. But yeah, the guys are on campaign. They just throw out money at everybody. Money here. So he wasn't going to refuse that. They paid probably. I think he said they paid a lot more than his regular gigs because they had to make it a priority. Can you do it tomorrow? Well, that might cost you some extra. Okay, how much? And then there it goes. Let's see. Yes, it was an honorable. Are we talking about quantum entanglement? Yeah, we were talking about something like that. Yes. But not entanglement, because entanglement just means one particle spins one way and its matching particle spins the other way. And it doesn't matter how far apart they are. We're not talking about that. We're talking about interactions with what we observe. I'm having a hard time finding the nap-in list on your site. How do I locate the list? It's not on my site. I don't have a site. If you look in the comment sections, let's see. If I'll point you to a video. All my videos are numbered with a number in front. Let me go and find you a video that has the nap-in list in the comment section. Okay, so just a minute, please. I'll give you the number of the video. I'm looking on my phone, so just got to be patient here a little bit. I'm going to go back to a video that I know has the nap-in list. I have not been putting it on any of my recent videos because no one's liking it. No one's giving me likes on it. I keep putting it on there and no one likes it. So Let's see if this one has it. Someone asked me about copper rods on that one. Yeah, I need to go back a little bit further. But yeah, let me just give me a few minutes here. I'll find a video that has the nap-in list on it. I'm gonna have to go really far back so that I really know. I mean, I can pretty much guarantee it's in there. But it's going to take me a few minutes. If someone else can find a video, just type the number in the comment section. Usually in my channel news videos, I put it in the comment section. But for some reason, okay, here it is. Channel news video. What is it? I need the name of the darn video. Oh, Livestream LV12. That's not a number. Yeah. But if you look at my live streams, LV02, or you can type in LV02 Jack Crafty. There's a nap-in list under there. That's my second live stream. But yeah, just keep looking through my videos. I've got tons of videos. You'll find it eventually. Okay, so LV2 has it in the comment section. Let me see if I can find one that's just a regular video, because you might not be able to click and see. I don't see the live stream videos. So that might happen to you. Sorry about this. It gets me frustrated that I'm not putting enough information in my videos. I want to make sure that I answer that question. Okay, this one's a regular video that has a nap-in list. It is video number 2074, Humboldt 2074. I had to go back a month. Okay, 2074 Humboldt that has nap-in list in the comment section. But I've got dozens of videos that have the nap-in list in it. I just, with my luck, I pick ones that don't have the list in it. Anyway, let's see. Hello, Patrick. It's N Doghouse. Hold on while I try to navigate the comment section. Hello, Patrick. N Dog from Texas here. Sure miss you at the local nap-ins. Hope all is well. As can be with you. Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you too. Yeah, everything's going well. No, I don't have shoes on. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. I had a feeling. It's going to be 8 o'clock before I finally figure out how to navigate the comment section. Cooking food too. Just mentioned throwing them out and my buddies go mad. I've eaten mountain lion roast. It's very good in my belly. Get it in my belly. We probably used to throw rocks like, you know what? Reminds me of being in Ramadi. Bass eat baby muskies and don't run the world. Frederick, Maryland, 60 miles away. Disagree on eating predators. We probably control them to stop eating the more tasty and docile critters. We probably control them to stop eating the more tasty and docile. You can't control predators in that way. If they want to eat, they're going to eat. So you've got to eat them instead. And just look at that channel. There's a YouTube channel where they catch and cook almost everything. I think it's called Bearded Woodsman, unless he's changed the name of his channel. Just look up the Bearded Woodsman or the Wooded Beardsman. It could be the Wooded Beardsman. And he catches and cooks everything, including predators. I've seen him eat a fox or a coyote, as an example. I saw, I think he ate red fox, and he says, "This is pretty good." I will be in Texas for the month of March looking for Knapping. I can go if it's in the area. Okay, so Ross, if you are anywhere near Brady, Texas, Brady, Brady, Texas. It's called the Heart of Texas Knapping. You'll find it on Facebook. I can't remember what the date is, but I believe it's in April. I haven't paid a penny in Texas since 2000. You've been unemployed for 25 years? Let's see. I worked for Ron Paul's 2012 campaign. Wow. James is going to jail. Ain't snitching. No one's going to snitch on anybody here. Ask Butter, hey man, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Sounds like Nutella. You should name yourself Nutella. That's been pretty regular. Would you like a spread on your pumpernickel? You guys are gross, yes. Need to learn how to be a free soul. I'm glad y'all like my name. Yeah, I just can't say it on too much because it's one of those, it's not family friendly. That's what I was looking for. I eat fruit, the electric food, it heals. Yeah, I don't eat fruit anymore because it doesn't heal me. It's kind of, strawberry, tropical cherry. I don't know what that is. There's a Knapping in Brady, Texas, mid-April, 10 to 13th. Yeah, see? Now, Ndog, send me an email, jackcrafty2@gmail.com, so I get your info, please. Okay? Send me an email, please, jackcrafty2@gmail.com. Please don't forget. Yeah. Ndog makes awesome knapping tools and stuff like that. So please send me an email. No trolls tonight. Yeah, there's trolls in there, but they don't want to help out the channel. They just watch. Yeah. See, once they figure out that they're helping you, they stop posting. Yeah. There was one troll that I had that I figured out that he didn't have the same cycle pattern that many trolls have. So I was actually interacting with him, and he ended up flipping from being a troll to being a fan. That was pretty cool. But you can kind of tell which ones are the cycles. Yeah. How do I know how to tell? I've dealt with so many weirdos that I had to figure out something. Only trolls tonight would be English teachers in this chat. Awesome. Yeah, we got 12 minutes? What are we going to do in 12 minutes? So far I've got, you guys want to see more challenging rocks videos, the shapes and the types of rocks, I imagine. Not just the shapes, but the type of rock also. That seems to be the most requested. Yep. Just challenges. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Common, we're here to participate. Come on, we're here to participate. Yep. Yeah, the trolls. Well, they were they they get their mind in the gutter, right? So they think that's the funny stuff. But what's funny is it was the same guy, I bet you. Let's see. Hey, Patrick, wear the mask. Just like the glasses and gloves, you'll live longer. And I know I'm dragging around the house in the nose, and his hobby could have had a lot to do with it. I'm dragging around the hose in the nose, and this hobby. I don't know what that means, Ed. Where are you? Where are you at, and when are you coming back to Texas? I'm in Vermont, living in my dad's old house. I'm taking over everything as far as uh, this house, but I'll be traveling to Texas once or twice a year. But yeah, I'm in Vermont right now. How about the Danish flint you talked about, Bill Taylor? Yeah, I've got Danish flint coming, and I also have a little stash of Danish flint that I'll be napping. The next batch of stone, or the next batch that I'll be napping after the obsidian stuff, will be high grade flint and high grade shirt, and Danish will be part of that. I may have to start mixing it up soon, but I want to get the parallel flaking down on obsidian first before I go into the flint and chert. I haven't done parallel flaking the same way and not getting the good results long enough. Yeah. I keep doing the same thing over and over again, and I haven't gotten a different result yet, but I will. Ed Gould's going bye-bye. All right, we'll see you later. Now, the Danish flint I talked about, there's two things that I talked about. One, I may be able to buy and sell, just buy and sell the Danish flint. That's number one. Number two, I can do Danish flint videos. So I don't know which one I was talking about that you're referring to. Let's see. Last suggestion, bring back the aluminum billet. You want to see some aluminum? I don't know. I was told before I started aluminum that you can't use aluminum. I might be messing with those guys' heads again if I start with aluminum again. That would be terrible. I don't want to upset people. I'll have to figure out where I put it. Where did I put the aluminum? I have a bunch of tools made of aluminum. Yeah. But it hurts people's feelings. You can't use aluminum. Wait a minute. You used it. Yeah. People still don't believe it. They see it, but they don't believe it. And they double down. No, can't use aluminum. That's insanity. Later. Busted. Let's see. Yeah, we got about 7 minutes left. Yep. Hippie Mike likes aluminum. Awesome. A brother in aluminum. Yeah. It works good. It works very well. And it has about the same specific gravity as stone, like a quartz hammerstone. Aluminum of the same size has about the same weight as a same sized stone of quartz or quartzite. Not quartz, but quartzite. Quartzite hammerstone, which is good because it reduces the learning curve when you go back to hammerstone. You don't have to think about it as much. So the ice patch stuff that I asked the question, let's wrap it up here a little bit. I didn't finish. So I had to ask what that scaring stick was. I read it as scarring stick. Norway has discoveries on the ice patch. Canada has discoveries. United States, in parks like Denali and Rocky Mountain National Park, ice patches are revealing artifacts that have been preserved for thousands of years. Items like arrows, metal darts, and even natural materials like leaves and wood from species no longer present at those altitudes are being studied and understood and being studied to understand past human activity and environmental conditions. Mongolia's melting ice in Mongolia, especially in the regions like Altai Mountains, melting ice patches have exposed artifacts linked to reindeer herding and hunting, some potentially over 3,000 years old. This melting is not only providing new archaeological insights, but also highlighting the urgent need for research before these artifacts degrade or are lost entirely. Let's see. Don't worry about hurting their feelings. Yeah. I got a little half chub when you wrote you're half troll. Justin, you're half troll? All righty. Indirect percussion with handle 69. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Aluminum is awesome. It works like between copper and antler, less percussion bulb. Yes. You are correct. Good night, all. See you later, Ross. Bill Taylor, I had a nice aluminum billet, but my son lost it when we were at Glass Buttes. Oh, dang it. Don't you hate it when sons do that? I like the aluminum videos and rods. Yeah, Tommy Taylor. Dang, all of a sudden, a bunch of aluminum. People want to see aluminum. Now I got to try to remember where that is. I tend to box up different tool sets and then stash them. The handle to get an old school semi. I don't know what that is. Not only do I have a hard time navigating the comment section, I have a hard time reading it. What is, ask for corn, what is about 2.7 ppg? Parts per something? Parts per gram? I don't know. So that's the global perspective on the ice patches. Around the world, the retreat of glaciers and ice patches due to climate change is both a boon and a challenge for archaeologists. While it reveals artifacts that have been hidden for millennia, it also poses a race against time to document and preserve these treasures before they are lost to the elements or human interference. Yeah, the thing is, they don't share the data with us very easily. I'll send you pics, okay? Bill Taylor, later. I'll look for that. Yeah, see you guys later. I'm going to end the live stream here in a couple of minutes. Ask your questions before it's too late. Yeah, there's not really much as far as specific updates on the ice patch discoveries, but I didn't know that they had ice patches in Mongolia that are revealing stuff. I heard about Norway. I knew about Canada and Alaska too. The United States, like Denali Park and Rocky Mountain National Park, I didn't know about those, and I didn't know about the Mongolia artifacts. I'm heading out. Talk to you guys later. Yep. See you later. Specific gravity. Specific gravity. PPG is specific gravity. You mean SPG? Unfortunately, science looks at something with a pre-slanted view, just trying to prove their point instead of learning from what they are looking at. Yeah, a lot of times that's what happens, especially if it's a study to support something else. Unfortunately, these days, someone makes a claim and then someone says, "You got a source?" And they go, "Hold on." They type in, "Can you write a source study on da 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 da?" I'll get back to you in a week or so. So they'll write a study just based on the claim to support the claim. Yeah. That's the way science is done these days, which is messed up. You can, with a study, you can support almost anything. Studies are not to be trusted at all. Yeah. The only thing to trust in a study is the data, and only if you can verify the data, either through physics or somehow to make sure that data is reliable. It's a shame archaeologists don't use the same scientific method. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's it, guys. I'm going to end the stream. Next live stream is Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be napping on the next live stream. Okay? All right. Good night, everybody. I'm going to cut the live stream off. We'll see you on Wednesday or on the next video. Good night.